teenage girls, and a very disturbing medical mystery. Uncontrollable twitches and tics developed overnight, and no one knows why. One doctor says it's a stress-induced disorder, but one of the girls and her mother say no way. They want answers and they want help, and they're right here talking about it. Tonight, teen girls, all at the same school and almost all at the same time, develop mysterious Tourette's-like symptoms. What could be the cause of it?
First off, look at the side of this girl's head. You see that? That's a black square on the side of her head. The other girl's got a more round pattern. But there's a bunch of things in this video that are very, very unnerving. This isn't some type of poisoning or stress-induced. This is something that's overtaking these girls, as you'll see as this goes on.
All this. Is it an environmental issue or something else that the young girls have? CNN correspondent Jason Carroll.
Okay, if you go back and you look, you watch that girl. I'll replay it for you. You look at she's looking at the picture and yelling or doing something. Why would you be doing that? That's not normal, because there's something in that picture that I'm going to show you that is directly affected to what's going on with these girls. This gets even more bizarre.
All this. Is it an environmental issue or something else that the young girls have? CNN correspondent Jason Carroll visited the home of one of the girls. Watch this.
Farrah Sanchez was a cheerleader, an honor roll student, and as a senior at Leroy Junior High School in upstate New York, well on her way to planning her college future. When she woke up from a nap last October, everything changed.
I couldn't stop stuttering.
The stuttering took over, really contorting on the left side of, with her mouth and her neck.
Doctors told Farrah her condition was brought on by stress and she would get better. But once the stuttering ended, it soon gave way to uncontrollable twitching. In all, health officials say 12 girls from Leroy Senior High School have exhibited similar symptoms. The girls were from different grades, and some didn't know each other, but many did, including Farrah's friend, Lydia Parker.
Last time I went to the neurologist, they said that they're not sure and that they'll keep looking into it. But besides that, they haven't told anyone anything.
With us is the young woman from the piece we just watched, Farrah Sanchez, and her mother, Lisa Phillips. We also have Lydia Parker. She is a friend of Farrah's and also suffers from this condition as well. Thank you all for being here, first of all.
All right, so these girls 12 of them went from being completely normal to acting like this. Okay, and they're saying it might be stress-induced. Listen, I've been married twice, and I had to put up with Queenie Cameron attacking me for fucking 3 months. I should be doing that, and I'm not. So the bottom line is there's something going on here. But what's even more interesting is I want you to look at the mother's hand. Take a look at that thumb. Ever seen anybody with a thumb that long? You remember the video I did with Barack Obama? I mean, her thumb is as long as her freaking middle finger. All right, there's something's going on here. There's another life form that's taken over these girls. This is not stress. Okay, take a look at that thumb. Anybody seen a thumb that long? I mean, mine barely gets past where my index finger connects to my palm. This broad's goes all the way up to the very first bend in the index finger. It's not natural. Okay, look at the girl right here with the McGraw t-shirt on. Look at her, what would be your left hand. It's 5 fingers, but it's just too big. It's too wide. It's not normal. Nobody's hand is, it looks like there's 6 fingers, but there's really only 5. It's just not right. The proportions are completely wrong. I mean, that thing's like a freaking claw, man.
Now, before we get started, I just want to clarify that apparently the New York State Health Department conducted a 3-month investigation and has officially ruled out environmental factors or infection as the cause of the illness. The Leroy School District also did their own testing, came up with nothing. So let me go to the girls first. We'll keep this conversation going. Farrah, how are you doing? This has got to be obviously a distressing thing. How are you?
I'm not good. Not today.
Also, notice the mother never ever shows her left hand throughout this whole interview. I'll post a link so you can watch it, so you know that I haven't messed with it. But I mean, once again, take a look at the thumb. The word McGraw, I know that that's referring to a singer, but that word McGraw, it has an occultic meaning, and I'll find it. But notice the mother does not move that hand at all.
Hasn't been for a while. My tics got worse.
And mom, I understand for a while there they got better. She went back to school, and then they started coming back again. Is that accurate?
Yes. She was able to go to school in October and November. After Thanksgiving, it came back with a vengeance and started with seizures related to the tics.
Now, I want you to listen to what the mother said. She said, it came back with a vengeance. What did Jesus say when he was on the cross? The last thing he said, it is finished. Okay? Stephen King's book, It. It is not referring to a situation. It's referring to an entity. It's referring to an entity. That's why it came back with a vengeance. It. Remember Stephen King's book and the movie? It. And what did it look like? They showed it, I think, maybe one time in the movie. It was a clown. What is a clown? A clown is a jester. What is a jester? A jester is Saturn. What is Saturn? He's a god. But that's just a form. What these things are don't look like that, but they're an it. Legion, for we are many. But they're not demonic in the sense that you think of something with 2 arms and 2 legs. This thing has 6 legs and antennae, and they reside in the ocean. Biblically, the abyss is in the ocean. There is nobody in hell. Hell is reserved for Satan and his minions. So nobody's there. The Bible clearly tells us that Satan roams about the earth, doing his thing. So nobody's in hell. The biblical abyss in the story of Jesus, when he cast out the demons ran into the pigs, and the pigs ran into the sea. Okay? Now remember the picture I showed you in the beginning, because I'm going to show you what these critters look like.
And, it's just gone from there.
And,
She was
and ladies,
hospitalized again in December.
And the girls, I'm sure these symptoms, no matter what has caused them, gets worse when you're anxious, and obviously you're in front of a TV camera now. I want you to breathe deep and kind of let's everybody calm down, and let's try to figure this thing out. You guys feel comfortable? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at some of the video of Thera in the hospital back in October, not long after she first started having these symptoms. Melissa, after this video was shot, there she is.
Okay. Notice that the girl has red hair. She dyed it. So you got 2 redheads again. Now remember the people in the church that were going to screw on top of the church? You got 2 redheads there. Now I got another video coming up. I know what this means, and I'm not going to say it to hurt anybody's feelings. And I'm not going to say it because I have my own reasons. But that red head and the blonde hair have a significant meaning. If you're smart enough to pick on what I'm telling you, you'll get it. Let's put it this way. They don't like Jewish people. Now, listen to what he says next. This is very, very revealing. He says it has to do with a conversion. Just listen to what he says. Conversion. That means to change from one form to another. Okay? When you convert to Catholicism, you go from one belief to another. It means a state of change.
And after that interview, they started talking about this being a conversion reaction, and that was distressing and upsetting to you. Can you tell me about that?
Shut up, Twink. So, a conversion reaction, you mean where the body's trying to kick off the parasite that's trying to get in it? Well, that's what a conversion reaction is. I don't give a shit what they say. These women are being possessed, and it looks like the mom's going right along with it. This is fucking sick beyond belief. We're being invaded. We're being set up. I keep telling people that, but nobody wants to listen. Well, you will.